KOIN 6 Newsroom. This is breaking news.
That breaking news this evening, fire crews working hard, battling a 4-alarm fire in a southwest Portland building.
It's happening at the McAdam Center building in Johns Landing. Let's get right to our Jennifer Dowling, who's live at the scene. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening. This was a dangerous situation for firefighters tonight. The roof has collapsed at this building along with the wall. You can see the damage that was done from this fire earlier. Just a massive commercial fire, 4-alarm, as you mentioned, here off Corbett and McAdam Avenue. And fortunately, no one was injured, but take a look at those water hoses from those 4 ladder trucks. It shows you the intensity of this fire, how many trucks are needed to get it out. We still see some flames poking through the roof at some points tonight. Now, the instability of the building is one reason fire crews called this a defensive fire early on. Spokesperson Kim Cosmas says they got the first alarm from 5727 Southwest McAdam at around 7 o'clock. Some people working in a physician's office in the building reported seeing smoke coming from an elevator. They thought it was an electrical fire. They got out, evacuated, and firefighters arrived and made sure everyone was out of the building, and they cleared out themselves because they tested that second floor and discovered it was spongy and unstable due to the intensity of the fire on the first floor. They called a 4th alarm at around 9 o'clock as 75% of the roof burned through and a wall collapsed.
It was only 3 or 4 trucks here, and now we counted about 18. They just kept coming. And it was on the 2nd floor, no flames, just smoke. And down there is a print shop, and there is like little deli. So I think they are worried about the chemicals in the print shop.
But when they got in there, they found there was a lot of fire damage to the floors already. And so we tried to get in there and hit the fire down, but we couldn't find it because there was so much smoke. We then ended up having to pull crews out just because it was starting to go through the roof.
Fire officials say they need a lot of crews on big fires like this so they can rotate people in and out. They get tired from fighting them. She estimates around 100 people are working on this fire. Traffic is shut down on McAdam and Corbett, and fire crews advise that you avoid this area if possible. There haven't been any residential homes evacuated, though smoke may be a problem for some who has respiratory issues. I don't have any respiratory issues, but I can tell you the smoke is pretty nasty from this fire. I would not like to breathe it this evening all night. Now, because the fire is so intense, crews will be sticking around to monitor it. Of course, we still have intensive water going on that roof right now. It's going to be a long night for these firefighters. They're going to have to stick around and make sure this doesn't flare up again. And if you're taking McAdam Avenue here to work or Corbett Avenue tomorrow morning, you know, the busy Monday morning commute, you know, be advised that this could still be going on. All of this activity, you might have to change up your route. We also were told that fire investigators won't be able to get in here until tomorrow morning either because of the damage and the intensity of the fire, so we won't know what caused it likely until they start to get in there sometime tomorrow. Back to you.
Be very interesting to learn just what started that fire. I know there's a lot of local businesses in there, a nail salon, Finicky's Bagel, a lot of folks affected by this. Jennifer, thank you. We want to update you on something just into the newsroom tonight. Gresham police are looking for the driver involved in a hit and run that killed a man earlier tonight.
Yes, this happened on Northeast Burnside Road, just south of Northeast Division Street. That's where a pedestrian was hit by a champagne or gold-colored import sedan and just left the scene. But that pedestrian was still okay, at least at that point.
That's right. He actually spoke to police officers to describe the car that hit him before he was taken to the hospital with head injuries. And that's where he later died. And
now police want to hear from you if you witnessed that crash tonight.
Also tonight, a man was hit and killed by a car. Clackamas Fire say the 50-year-old was hit while jaywalking on Highway 99E. They say that he was struck on McLaughlin between Boardman and Jennings. Oregon State Police are investigating this one. The driver who hit him is cooperating. The victim's name hasn't been released.
And Gresham police say a minivan drove directly in front of an oncoming MAX train as they collided. This happened in Gresham earlier tonight near East 188th Avenue in Stark. We're told all 3 people in the minivan were hurt, but they will be okay. Shuttle buses help to shuttle passengers while crews work to move that van off of the tracks. We'll keep you posted with any updates as we learn them.
A woman died this weekend after her car went into the Rogue River. OSP troopers say they were investigating reports of this off Rogue River Highway Friday night. Troopers noticed fresh skid marks and a damaged mailbox leading into the river. Crews recovered a '98 Subaru Legacy, and they've identified the deceased driver as 65-year-old Melinda Fluke. Investigators are trying to figure out why that happened.
Now to Longview, where authorities are investigating a shooting that sent a teenage boy to the hospital. It happened early this morning in the 1100 block of 18th Avenue. Crews say when they arrived to the scene, they found a 16-year-old male with a gunshot wound to his torso. He was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police have made an arrest, a 17-year-old male of Longview, but he is not believed to be the shooter. At this point, police are not releasing the suspect's identity, but they believe the two are acquaintances.
A big fire in Beaverton had fire crews busy this morning. This is a commercial building on Southwest Beaverton-Hillsdale Highway near 45th Avenue. Just after 8 this morning, heavy black smoke was billowing from the center of the commercial building. Crews say no one was inside. They cut holes in the roof to vent the fire and attack it from above. The building does house several businesses. At least 2 of them were damaged by that fire. The cause is still under investigation.
A 4.9 magnitude earthquake hit over 100 miles off of the southern Oregon coast this afternoon. The epicenter was over 6 miles deep. No reports of injuries, damages, or tsunami alerts have been issued. We're following up on the murder investigation in Aloha. A young mother was found dead in the trunk of her car not far from her home.
Today, search teams looked for evidence behind an apartment complex where the suspect was found. Jennifer Dowling talked to the Beaverton man who helped police find that suspect after he heard him screaming in the woods Thursday night.
They came right through here, down into the ravine, and then back up the other side.
Michael Larson caught this cell phone video of teams searching for evidence this morning in the murder of Sarah Zagul of Aloha.
A lot of people came down and they were just combing the area. They were in a long line and they just were looking for anything I think they could find.
It was sometime after 11 Thursday night when the Larson family peered into the dark ravine behind their apartment after hearing shouting.
We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. He kept yelling, "Help, help me, help me."
Larson says he could only make out his silhouette. He wouldn't give his name or answer simple questions about why he was there.
Something just wasn't right. Yeah, it was very odd. My wife wanted to go down and help him, but I wouldn't let her do that.
The family called 911, and within a few minutes, police were swarming the woods.
He was pretty still. He was just leaning against the tree, and we were pointing down where he was and telling him he's right there. He was very muddy, and he looked wet. Of course, it was really raining that night, too.
Michael said the man appeared to be Caucasian with blonde-colored hair. He was taken out on a stretcher at around 1:30 in the morning.
The few things that he answered, there wasn't any slurring or anything. He spoke well, but it just sounded like he had given up.
Larson's heart goes out to the victim and her family.
Oh, it's tragic. I mean, this young mother trying to start a career and had a lot of aspirations, and it just ended that quick.
In Beaverton, Jennifer Dowling, KOIN 6 News.
Tonight, KOIN 6 is following up on a number of breaking stories that happened this weekend. Yeah,
it's been a busy weekend. First, an officer-involved shooting in Salem where the suspect led police on a high-speed chase in an RV. We're learning that suspect is 61-year-old Roy Dvorsny. The chase resulted in a total of 3 crime scenes. Officers ended up opening fire to stop the RV. The whole thing lasting for nearly an hour. Well, he was eventually tased by police after refusing to comply. The officers involved are on administrative leave while a team investigates the whole incident.
Now to Hillsboro, where a person was killed in a major crash at Northeast Ambergen Parkway and Cornell. Several others were hurt in this. We're told one of the people hurt might not survive. Police believe speed was a factor in that crash.
A landslide closed Highway 101 just south of Garibaldi last night. You could see mud and rocks just spilled onto the highway. Tillamook County says there was also a multi-car accident at this site. We're still working to learn if the crash and the landslide were related. According to TripCheck, the scene is now clear.
And we're also looking into the crash yesterday on I-205 that shut down the southbound lanes near the Glenn Jackson Bridge. Only 2 lanes were open for several hours while crews were working to investigate and clear the highway there.
And Vancouver police are still looking for a felony hit-and-run suspect. Take a look at your screen. They say this man, Christopher Nichols, hit a pedestrian Friday night at East 13th Street in Daniels in Vancouver. They think he took off in a maroon 1998 Ford Thunderbird like this one right here. There was also a Washington license plate, 927YZV. It might have damage to the front and back of the car. The victim in the hit-and-run was hurt but will survive.
And we're still waiting to learn what caused this school bus to catch fire. A KOIN 6 viewer sent in this photo happening on Highway 26 near Government Camp this weekend. Clackamas Dispatch tells KOIN 6 no one was on the bus. Police are investigating how that happened. Stick with KOIN 6 as we track these developing stories. We'll be sure to bring you the latest on air and online at KOIN.com.